Opening. There are two types of people in this world, those who let life happen to them and those who shape their own future. The difference is not luck, it's not talent, it's a set of principles, a mindset, and a commitment to play the long game. There is a fundamental difference between having a plan and having a purpose. A plan is a series of steps, a checklist of actions that, if followed correctly, should lead to a particular outcome. But a purpose is something deeper. It is the reason behind those steps, the fuel that keeps you moving when the plan inevitably encounters obstacles. Purpose is what separates those who simply complete tasks from those who build something meaningful and lasting. Many people start with a plan. They outline their goals, create timelines, and map out strategies. While this approach provides structure, it often lacks the emotional connection needed to sustain motivation over time. A plan tells you what to do, but it rarely reminds you why you are doing it. That missing why is what makes the difference between short-lived ambition and long-term perseverance. Mentorship. When challenges arise, and they always do, those who are merely following a plan often lose momentum. They see setbacks as roadblocks rather than stepping stones. But those who are driven by a strong sense of purpose push through because they understand that the journey itself is part of something bigger. Think about the people who inspire you the most. They are not simply following a to-do list. They are deeply connected to a mission that drives them forward. Whether it's an entrepreneur building a company, an artist creating meaningful work, or an activist fighting for a cause, their resilience comes from an unshakable belief in what they are doing. They are not just executing tasks, they are fulfilling a purpose. When you operate from a place of purpose, persistence becomes natural. There is an energy that sustains you even when things don't go as planned. Without that deep-rooted reason, it's easy to give up when the first major challenge appears. But when you know exactly why you are doing something, you are willing to adapt, change strategies, and keep moving forward despite setbacks. Purpose creates a mindset where obstacles are temporary and quitting is not an option. This is why people who truly succeed in their fields often seem unstoppable. They are not necessarily the most talented or the smartest. They are simply the ones who refuse to quit because their work is not just a job or a task, it is a calling. They wake up every day with a sense of direction that guides them beyond immediate results. Even when progress is slow or invisible, they continue because they are not just chasing success, they are fulfilling a vision. Finding your purpose is not about having all the answers immediately, it is about asking the right questions. What excites you? What impact do you want to have? What problem do you feel deeply connected to solving? Once you find clarity on these questions, your goals become more than just tasks. They become a part of something much bigger than yourself. And when you lead with purpose, persistence follows naturally, making every challenge a step towards something meaningful rather than a reason to stop. Success is often misunderstood. Many people see it as a race, a competition, where the goal is to reach a finish line before anyone else. They measure progress by short-term victories, promotions, financial gains, or recognition. While these achievements can be meaningful, they do not define true success. Real success is not about winning, it is about staying in the game, adapting, and continuously evolving. It is about embracing the infinite game, where the goal is not to defeat others, but to keep growing, learning, and improving over time. In a finite game, the rules are clear, the players are known, and the outcome is fixed. Someone wins and someone loses. Sports, for example, operate in this way. A basketball game has a set time limit, a defined number of players, and a scoreboard that determines the winner. But life, business, leadership, and personal growth do not work this way. They are infinite games. There is no final whistle, no single moment that declares someone the ultimate winner. The people who thrive in these areas are those who recognize that the goal is not to win, but to stay in the game as long as possible. Chasing quick wins often leads to short-lived success. Many individuals and businesses focus on immediate results, seeking instant gratification rather than sustainable growth. They look for shortcuts, make decisions based on short-term gains, and measure their success by quarterly profits or immediate applause. But history shows that those who prioritize longevity over instant victories are the ones who create lasting impact. Companies that prioritize long-term innovation over short-term profits remain industry leaders for decades, while those that chase quick wins often fade away. Similarly, individuals who focus on lifelong learning and adaptability continue to thrive, even as industries and trends change. Playing the infinite game requires a shift in mindset. It means embracing the fact that there is no final destination where you can declare, "I have made it." Instead, every achievement is simply a step toward the next challenge, the next opportunity to grow. This mindset allows for resilience because setbacks are no longer seen as failures, but as lessons that contribute to long-term success. When you understand that the game never truly ends, you stop fearing obstacles and start viewing them as part of the journey. The greatest leaders, innovators, and change makers understand this concept deeply. They do not measure their success by immediate rewards, but by the legacy they build over time. They are not obsessed with outperforming their competition in the short term. They are focused on continuously evolving, improving, and staying relevant. This is why some organizations thrive for generations, while others disappear. It is why some individuals continue to grow, adapt, and lead long after their initial success, while others fade into irrelevance. The key to long-term success is not in finding the quickest path to the top, but in committing to the journey itself. When you embrace the infinite game, you move beyond the limitations of short-term thinking and step into a mindset where growth, adaptability, and resilience become your greatest strengths. Trust is one of the most powerful forces in human relationships, yet it cannot be demanded or assumed. It must be earned. No title, position, or authority can automatically grant trust. It develops over time through consistent actions, honesty, and a genuine commitment to the well-being of others. People do not follow leaders simply because they hold a position of power. They follow those they believe in, those they trust to act with integrity and in their best interest. This principle applies not only to leadership, but to every aspect of life, including business, friendships, and personal relationships. Trust is built through consistency. People need to see that your actions align with your words, not just once, but over time. Anyone can make promises, but trust is formed when those promises are kept repeatedly, especially in difficult situations. When someone consistently shows reliability, honesty, and competence, trust grows naturally. On the other hand, the quickest way to lose trust is to act unpredictably or dishonestly. Even a single betrayal or inconsistency can undo years of trust building, making it far more difficult to regain. Another essential element of trust is transparency. People trust those who are open, honest, and willing to share both their successes and their struggles. No one expects perfection, but they do expect authenticity. When leaders or individuals try to hide mistakes, manipulate information, or present a false image of themselves, they create doubt. Once doubt enters a relationship, trust begins to erode. By being open about challenges and decisions, even the difficult ones, people feel included and respected, which strengthens trust. Trust also requires empathy. People trust those who genuinely care about them, who listen to their concerns, and who act with their best interests in mind. A leader who makes decisions solely for personal gain will never earn the deep trust of their team. But a leader who takes the time to understand their people, supports them, and puts their needs first will create a culture of trust that fosters loyalty and commitment. In personal relationships, the same principle applies. People trust those who show they truly care about them, not just those who say the right words. Trust is especially important in times of uncertainty or crisis. When people are uncertain about the future, they look to those they trust for guidance. If trust has already been built, they will follow with confidence. But if trust is weak or non-existent, fear and skepticism take over. This is why organizations with strong cultures of trust navigate challenges more effectively. Employees trust their leaders to make the right decisions, customers remain loyal, and teams work together rather than against each other. Ultimately, trust is a long-term investment. It cannot be rushed or forced, but it can be nurtured through consistent actions, honesty, transparency, and empathy. Those who understand this principle build strong relationships, loyal teams, and meaningful connections that stand the test of time. While authority may give someone the power to lead, it is trust that gives them the ability to inspire, influence, and create lasting impact. True growth happens when we step out of our comfort zones, when we push beyond what feels familiar and easy. Comfort is seductive. It offers stability, security, and predictability. It's where we feel safe and in control. But the moment we settle into comfort, we stop growing. Growth requires discomfort. It demands that we face the unknown, confront our fears, and challenge ourselves to go beyond what we think is possible. The greatest leaders, achievers, and innovators are not those who have remained comfortable. They are the ones who have repeatedly chosen courage over convenience, who have embraced discomfort as a necessary part of their journey. Choosing courage doesn't mean being fearless. It means acting despite fear. Fear is a natural response to the unknown, and it can be paralyzing if we let it dictate our actions. But fear does not have to stop us from taking bold steps forward. In fact, it often signals that we are on the brink of growth. Every breakthrough, whether personal, professional, or creative, comes from moments where we have chosen to move through fear rather than avoid it. The discomfort we feel when facing a new challenge is simply a sign that we are growing, that we are pushing ourselves to new heights. Without that discomfort, we would remain stagnant, never evolving into the people or leaders we are capable of becoming. For many, the desire for comfort can be an obstacle to success. The comfort zone feels like a refuge, a place where we know the rules, where the outcomes are predictable. It's easy to stay there, to avoid the risks that come with venturing into unfamiliar territory. But those who achieve greatness are not those who stay in their comfort zones. They are the ones who step into the unknown, who take calculated risks, and who are willing to face failure in the pursuit of something bigger. It's through these challenges that they discover their true potential. When we choose courage over comfort, we open ourselves up to new opportunities and experiences. We become more adaptable, more resilient, and more capable of handling adversity. In times of discomfort, we are forced to learn, to innovate, and to stretch ourselves in ways that we would never do if we remained in the safety of our routine. Discomfort teaches us valuable lessons, lessons that cannot be learned from the comfort of our couches or the predictability of our usual environments. The most successful leaders throughout history have understood this principle. They took risks, made difficult decisions, and faced adversity head-on. They didn't always have the answers, but they trusted themselves enough to take that first step into the unknown. They embraced discomfort as part of the process, knowing that true leadership and achievement come from navigating the hardest of challenges. These leaders inspire others not because of their ability to remain comfortable, but because of their willingness to choose courage in the face of uncertainty. Choosing courage is a daily practice. It's about making the conscious decision to step into discomfort, to confront the challenges that lie ahead, and to keep moving forward even when things get tough. It's about rejecting the temptation to take the easy path and instead forging a path that leads to growth, success, and fulfillment. Only by choosing courage over comfort can we unlock our full potential and achieve the greatness we are capable of. Failure is often seen as the ultimate obstacle, something to be avoided at all costs. It's natural to feel disappointed, frustrated, or defeated when things don't go as planned. But what if we viewed failure not as an end, but as an essential part of the learning process? What if every setback was treated as valuable data, an opportunity to analyze, learn, and improve? The most successful individuals and organizations don't avoid failure, they embrace it, understanding that it is a powerful tool for growth. Every time they stumble, they pause, reflect, and use the experience to come back even stronger. When we fail, it can feel like we've hit a dead end. But failure is simply feedback. It's a message telling us that something didn't work, that our approach needs to be adjusted. The greatest achievers understand this. They know that failure is not personal, it's informational. It doesn't define who we are, it defines what we can improve. By analyzing failure, we gain insights into what went wrong, why it happened, and how we can avoid repeating the same mistakes in the future. This kind of learning is invaluable because it allows us to refine our strategies, enhance our skills, and ultimately get closer to success. Failure also brings clarity. It forces us to be honest with ourselves about our weaknesses, blind spots, and limitations. While success can sometimes mask flaws or give us false confidence, failure strips away any illusion of perfection. It exposes the areas that need attention, giving us the chance to address them head on. Without failure, we may never truly understand where we need to improve or what we need to change in order to grow. In this way, failure serves as a teacher, offering us insights we might otherwise overlook in the pursuit of perfection. One of the biggest misconceptions about failure is that it's a sign of incompetence or inadequacy. In reality, the most successful people are often the ones who have failed the most. Thomas Edison, after all, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,0,0,0,0 ways that won't work." The best innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders don't fear failure. They expect it. They know that the road to success is paved with trial and error, experimentation, and persistence. What sets them apart is their ability to analyze their failures, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Instead of avoiding failure, they view it as an opportunity to gain new perspectives, develop resilience, and build mental toughness. Every setback is an opportunity to refine their craft, whether it's adjusting a product design, improving a business strategy, or enhancing personal skills. It's through this iterative process, constantly learning from mistakes, that success is ultimately achieved. They understand that failure is part of the journey, not something to fear or avoid. Moreover, failure helps to cultivate a growth mindset. Those who see failure as a lesson rather than a defeat tend to embrace challenges with a sense of curiosity rather than dread. They approach each new project or goal with a mindset of learning and exploration, knowing that no matter the outcome, there is always something valuable to gain. By adopting this mindset, they remain focused on the long-term vision, not the temporary setback. Ultimately, failure is a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. When we reframe failure as data, we remove the emotional weight that often accompanies it and focus on its lessons. It becomes less about what went wrong and more about what we can do next to move forward. This shift in perspective is what separates those who give up after one or two failures from those who continue to push, learn, and succeed despite setbacks. In the pursuit of progress, there's often a temptation to seek dramatic, intense bursts of effort. We've all heard stories of people who made huge changes in their lives with a single monumental act, a sudden breakthrough that seemed to propel them forward. While these stories can be inspiring, they can also mislead us into thinking that great achievements are built on grand gestures, singular moments of intense focus or effort. The truth, however, is that true progress is not about sporadic, powerful bursts of energy. It is about the small, consistent actions we take day after day, the dedication to show up even when the results aren't immediate or obvious. The key to lasting success lies not in intensity, but in consistency. Consistency is powerful because it compounds. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small and insignificant, but as it continues to move, it gathers momentum and grows larger. The same principle applies to progress. One small effort today may seem insignificant, but when repeated consistently, it leads to exponential growth. This is why it's better to do something small every day than to try to complete an entire project in one intense burst. Over time, the consistency of small actions builds momentum, creating results that would have been impossible through isolated moments of effort. The beauty of consistency lies in its ability to overcome obstacles and stay focused on long-term goals. When you focus on intensity, you're often at the mercy of your energy levels, mood, or external circumstances. Intense bursts of effort may feel rewarding in the moment, but they are often unsustainable. After the initial push, fatigue sets in and motivation wanes. On the other hand, consistency requires a commitment to steady progress, regardless of the immediate rewards. It's about creating habits that keep you moving forward, even on days when motivation is low or when setbacks arise. This doesn't mean that intensity has no place in success. There are moments when a burst of energy or a focused effort is necessary, especially in times of change or when faced with critical decisions. But relying solely on intensity can leave us drained and frustrated, especially when the results don't come as quickly as expected. True progress, however, is built in the quiet, everyday moments, in the willingness to keep going when it feels like nothing is happening. Consistency also helps develop discipline and resilience. It teaches us to commit to the process, regardless of how small or insignificant each step may seem. Over time, these small actions develop into habits, and habits form the foundation of success. Rather than relying on bursts of inspiration, those who practice consistency rely on the quiet power of routine and persistence. They know that success is the sum of the small things done well over time. Moreover, consistency allows for continuous improvement. Small, steady actions offer the opportunity to adjust, tweak, and learn along the way. As you keep showing up, you start to refine your approach, make adjustments, and improve your skills. This constant process of refinement leads to mastery. Intensity, while effective in the short term, doesn't give the same opportunity for sustained learning or gradual improvement. It's through consistent effort that you not only move forward, but also grow, adapt, and evolve into a better version of yourself. In the end, those who succeed are not the ones who are looking for shortcuts or trying to make a big impact all at once. They are the ones who understand that true progress comes from the accumulation of small, consistent actions. By showing up every day, putting in the work, and staying committed to the process, they are able to build momentum that leads to lasting success. In any organization or relationship, it's easy to assume that people are motivated by titles, paychecks, or the task at hand. We often believe that the focus should be on performance, efficiency, or the bottom line. But the truth is that people don't commit to jobs, they commit to people. It's not the tasks themselves that drive individuals to show up, give their best, and stay loyal. It's the connections they feel with those around them, especially their leaders. When you lead with empathy, when you make the effort to understand and connect with those you work with on a human level, you inspire loyalty, trust, and genuine commitment. Empathy is the ability to see the world through someone else's eyes. It's the ability to step into their shoes, to feel their struggles and challenges, and to respond with care and understanding. This is what creates a culture of trust. People want to feel understood. They want to know that they are seen and valued for who they are, not just for what they can produce. When a leader shows empathy, they communicate that they see their team members as individuals, not just cogs in a machine. This recognition fosters respect and builds a deeper sense of connection. People feel more motivated when they know that their well-being matters to those leading them. When leaders prioritize empathy over ego, they create an environment where people feel safe to be themselves. They don't feel like they have to hide their vulnerabilities or pretend to be someone they're not in order to fit in or gain approval. Empathetic leadership removes fear from the equation, allowing people to express themselves, ask for help, and be open about their challenges. This openness fosters collaboration and innovation, as people are not afraid to share their ideas or take risks. They know that their leader is there to support them, not judge them. On the other hand, when leadership is driven by ego, when the focus is on proving power, being right, or maintaining control, trust begins to erode. People feel disconnected, undervalued, and unsupported. Instead of being motivated by the desire to contribute to a shared goal, individuals become motivated by the need to protect themselves or to avoid failure at all costs. This dynamic stifles creativity and can lead to disengagement. Employees or team members become less willing to go above and beyond because they no longer feel inspired or invested in the collective vision. Empathy leads to action because it connects people to a higher purpose. When leaders take the time to understand the challenges, dreams, and motivations of their team members, they can inspire action that is driven by shared values. People become more than just employees. They become partners in the mission, fully committed to contributing their unique strengths to the cause. This sense of connection creates a culture of accountability and mutual respect. When people feel that their contributions are valued, they take ownership of their work and are willing to put in the extra effort to ensure success. Empathetic leadership also builds resilience in times of adversity. When people are led by someone who understands and supports them, they are more likely to weather difficult times with grace and determination. A leader who leads with empathy helps their team feel like they are not alone, that there is a support system in place to help them navigate challenges. This sense of unity and understanding can make the difference between overcoming obstacles and becoming paralyzed by them. Ultimately, when you lead with empathy, you create an environment where people feel heard, valued, and inspired to give their best. They are not motivated by fear of failure or pressure to perform. They are motivated by a sense of trust, connection, and a shared sense of purpose. Empathy transforms leadership from a transactional relationship to a transformational one. It's not about commanding respect or controlling outcomes. It's about building genuine relationships that drive loyalty, collaboration, and success. The environment in which we operate plays a significant role in shaping the person we become and the future we create. It's easy to underestimate the impact of the people and circumstances around us, but our surroundings can either act as a powerful catalyst for growth or conversely as a force that holds us back. When you surround yourself with individuals who challenge, inspire, and uplift you, you create an environment that accelerates your development and helps you achieve your fullest potential. On the other hand, if your environment is filled with negativity, complacency, or limited thinking, it can drain your energy and stunt your growth. At the core of this concept is the idea that we are deeply influenced by the people we interact with. Our thoughts, behaviors, and aspirations are often shaped by those around us. When we surround ourselves with people who have a growth mindset, who continuously strive for improvement, and who are willing to challenge the status quo, we are pushed to do the same. We begin to adopt their attitudes, habits, and perspectives, adopting a mindset of continuous learning and development. This environment creates a sense of possibility where we see that anything is achievable with effort, perseverance, and collaboration. Conversely, when we are surrounded by individuals who are content with mediocrity, who resist change, or who are quick to dismiss new ideas, we are less likely to reach our potential. Negative environments breed negative thinking. If the people around us do not believe in growth or do not encourage us to push beyond our comfort zones, we begin to internalize these beliefs. The pursuit of excellence becomes less appealing, and the drive for improvement starts to fade. We become more likely to settle for the status quo, seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles rather than opportunities for growth. In these environments, our potential can be stifled. The right environment does more than just motivate us. It provides the tools, resources, and opportunities for growth. A supportive environment offers mentorship, guidance, and the constructive feedback we need to improve. It provides access to diverse ideas and experiences that challenge our assumptions and broaden our perspectives. Such environments also foster collaboration, encouraging us to share ideas, learn from one another, and work together to achieve common goals. This collaboration often leads to innovations, new solutions, and the continuous exchange of knowledge that propels us forward. A positive environment also fosters accountability. When we are surrounded by people who believe in our goals and are invested in our success, we feel a deeper sense of responsibility to ourselves and to others. The expectation of growth and achievement becomes mutual. In this environment, we are encouraged to stay committed even when things get tough. We push each other to be better, to keep going despite challenges, and to strive for success not just for ourselves, but for the collective good. This shared drive creates momentum, making it easier to take bold steps and pursue ambitious goals. In contrast, environments that are filled with judgment, negativity, or apathy can have the opposite effect. They can leave us feeling drained, unmotivated, and disconnected. If the people around us are quick to criticize or dismiss our ideas, we begin to lose confidence in ourselves and our abilities. When there's no support system or encouragement, the pursuit of growth becomes overwhelming, and fear of failure can paralyze us. In these toxic environments, our potential is not only stifled, but often undermined. Choosing the right environment isn't just about finding people who agree with us or make us feel comfortable. It's about seeking out those who challenge us to be better, who hold us to higher standards, and who push us to step out of our comfort zones. It's about creating spaces that foster growth, creativity, and collaboration, where we are encouraged to take risks, learn from failure, and continually evolve. Whether in our personal lives, careers, or businesses, the right environment can be the difference between staying stuck in old patterns or achieving breakthroughs that transform our future. Legacy is often perceived as something grand, a singular moment of achievement that defines who we are and what we've accomplished. We think of legacy as the result of monumental successes or breakthrough moments, great speeches, major accomplishments, or big wins. But in reality, legacy is not shaped by one significant event. It is built slowly through the daily choices we make, the relationships we cultivate, and the values we consistently uphold. Every small decision, every interaction, and every act of kindness contributes to the foundation of the legacy we leave behind. The impact we have on the world is a reflection of the way we live our lives day in and day out. Our legacy is not determined by the grand gestures or the accolades we accumulate, but by the way we show up in the world every single day. It's in the way we treat others, the respect we give, the support we offer, and the way we remain true to our principles in both easy and challenging circumstances. Every interaction we have, whether with a colleague, a friend, or a stranger, carries the potential to influence the course of someone else's life. Small moments, such as a kind word or an encouragement in a tough time, can ripple outward and leave an enduring impact. The choices we make on a daily basis are where our true character is revealed. It's easy to make the right decision when the stakes are high and the spotlight is on us, but it's in the small, everyday decisions that our true legacy is forged. Will we choose integrity over convenience? Will we choose compassion over indifference? These are the choices that ultimately define who we are. The consistent practice of making choices that align with our values builds trust with those around us, and trust is the cornerstone of any lasting legacy. People remember not just what we did, but how we made them feel, how we treated them, and how we stood by our beliefs in both good times and bad. A true legacy is one that uplifts others. It's not just about individual success or personal recognition, it's about empowering others to succeed and elevating those around us. We leave a lasting impact when we take the time to invest in others, whether it's by offering guidance, providing opportunities, or simply being a source of encouragement. By lifting others up, we create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond our own lives. The people we help, support, and believe in are the ones who will carry our values forward, sharing the lessons they learned from us with others. In this way, our influence grows exponentially, and our legacy becomes something that lives on through the lives of those we've touched. Values are also central to the legacy we build. They are the compass that guides our decisions and actions. When we remain consistent in upholding our values, we send a message not only to those around us, but also to ourselves. Our legacy is rooted in the unwavering commitment to principles that matter. Whether it's honesty, generosity, respect, or perseverance, these values define us and create a foundation upon which our legacy is built. Living by our values, especially when it's not the easy path, demonstrates the strength of our character and the depth of our commitment to something larger than ourselves. Our legacy is not something we can create in an instant or plan in one defining moment. It is a gradual process, an ongoing effort that requires attention, intention, and consistency. It's about the small moments of impact that accumulate over time, the relationships we nurture, and the difference we make in the lives of others. Every day offers us the opportunity to build our legacy, and in choosing to act with kindness, integrity, and purpose, we ensure that the impact we leave behind is one that will continue to resonate for generations to come. In the end, the future we create is shaped not by grand gestures, but by the consistent, intentional actions we take each day. The choices we make, the people we surround ourselves with, and the values we uphold all play a pivotal role in determining not only our success, but the legacy we leave behind. By leading with empathy, embracing failure as a lesson, trusting in the power of consistency, and staying true to our purpose, we build a foundation for lasting impact. The future is not some distant destination. It is unfolding right now, in each moment and every decision we make. So, commit to showing up, invest in the people around you, challenge yourself to grow, and remain steadfast in your values. By doing so, you will not only change your future, but also the future of those who follow in your footsteps.